What's going on YouTube? It's Ordyh here up again with another video. Today I'm bringing you another tier list video. Since Modern Warfare 2 has been announced, we've seen the trailer, teaser trailer, whatever. I wanted to go back in time to go to the old Modern Warfare 2 and just go over some of the maps because I was thinking like, what if they brought back this map or what if they brought back that map? That'd be kind of cool. So I wanted to do like a tier list of the old Modern Warfare 2 maps and how I remember them from the past. This was not a competitive thing. I will talk about competitive a little bit, but like, I'm just gonna do a tier list based on just the fun I had on those maps and just remembering those maps and good memories of those maps. Okay, so we're just getting into that right now. Got the website open already. I'm just gonna go in order from what they have it as. The first map is Invasion. I'm putting this in A tier. I personally thought that this map was great. I know like a lot of people might question that, but this is my personal list. If you guys have any differences, just put it in the comments. I loved Invasion. I thought it was a good map. It was a good map for competitive. I loved it for search and demo. CTF, not that great, but it was okay. Definitely had a lot of fun on that map, though, for sure. Next up is Derail. I'm going to have to put that like C tier. Not the biggest fan of that map at all. I thought it was just too big, too open. Most of the maps in this game are too big, too open. Kind of like it's ironic and funny how we bitch about that nowadays, where we're like, oh hey, this map would be better if it didn't have like these extra unnecessary spaces. Well, a lot of these maps had that. But Derail, I don't know. Everyone just camped the big main building, and just if you got to control that, you pretty much won the map because you can just watch all the other angles and you can spawn out in the open and just get shit on over and over again like these like little warehouse buildings or whatever. It wasn't that great of a map. Next up is Skid Row. Apparently, yeah, this isn't going like in any sort of order. Apparently, next up is Skid Row. I'm gonna put it in B. It was a decent map. Obviously, yet again, one major building in the middle, like apartments, but it was like there was layers and levels to it, and there's a lot of different sections that surround it. It was a pretty decent map for pubs. Not the greatest map, but it wasn't the worst map. This is Fuel. This is one of the DLC maps. I'm gonna put this in the D tier. I think it's the worst map in the game. Super unfun. There was a glitch that was never fixed. Then again, most of the glitches in that game were never fixed because Infinity Ward just didn't fix a lot of the glitches. And when they did fix some more came up. There was this glitch where you can like get under the map, get in the map. Actually, there was like these rocks you can like hide in and like get like a free nuke because you can kill them. They can't kill you. They can't even see you type shit. So everyone would fight around that. It was just stupid. I thought the map wasn't good at all. Next up is Trailer Park. I'm gonna put this in the C tier as well. Very chaotic. It had some fun moments because of like the chaos, but it was just a headache sometimes. I just don't think it was that good of a map. Next up is Scrapyard. I'm putting in S tier. I think Scrapyard was easily top 3 best maps in the game. It was used for competitive on all 3 game modes. It was just fun to play on for pubs, like I said. Sorry, my freaking throat is dry as hell. I enjoyed the map though. It's actually one of my favorite maps for sure. Next up is Quarry. Put it in the B tier. I'm like it doesn't deserve B tier honestly. It deserves lower, but I definitely had some moments and memories on there where I like getting like high streaks and playing with your friends and getting control of it, like playing like headquarters with like or demolition with like my friend Neil or Equinox, and shout out to Equinox and James and all those guys. We used to run shit in pubs. I would put it in the B tier though, even though I feel like it deserves to be lower, but I'm gonna put it in B. Next up's Estate, also B tier, same thing. A lot of these maps are like that. There's this wide open spaces, but you can take like a lot of different routes to get to the one centric point of interest. Most of these maps had that. Like there's this one building that you really want to fight for because it's not like a small building; it's a big building, so you can get like a lot of coverage and areas to like watch over. And Estate's definitely one of those with the obviously the Estate, Next up is High Rise. Obviously, this is S tier. Putting it in front of everything. That's the best map in the game, in my opinion, hands down. It's the most fun you can have. Doing, trying to get on top of the buildings to snipe, running on cranes and shit, spawn trapping. In competitive, it was great for CTF, for search, for demo. All 3 game modes it was good for. You take a lot of sub routes. There was a lot of AR watches. Like lines of sight, sniper battles, throwing knives over the building to get to the other building, into the windows, climbing into the windows and flanking them under the stairs. Like there was so much to do on that map. The best map in the game, hands down. I believe this is Salvage. This is a DLC map, right? The next one, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is Salvage. I should know that. Salvage is a DLC map as well. I'm gonna put it like I put B. I remember it was a smaller map, um, kind of like a fake 3 lane map because it wasn't really 3 lanes, but there was kind of like 3 lanes because there was one in the middle you could like just jump into like a junkyard. There was 2 buildings on each side, and these like two like little off angles you can kind of get around to. But there was like a house in the back on one side, one had like a warehouse or whatever. It was a decent, smaller, medium-sized map, so like a lot of engagements going on, a lot of like close firefights. It was pretty fun, pretty good. Next up, Terminal. I think we all know where Terminal's going. Those are the 3 maps that I'm going to put in S tier. Obviously, that's S tier map. If I want to, I guess you can put it in front of Scrapyard. Me personally, I like Scrapyard a little bit better, but Terminal deserves the second spot. I feel like because it is Terminal. Like I know, like snipers loved it. One Man Army noob tube clowns loved it to get on top of that place. It was good for competitive. CTF was good. Search was okay. Demo was good on it. I enjoyed the map. Obviously, lots of fun, lots of crazy hectic battles in just the hallway and in the bookstore and all that stuff. Bailout. This is another DLC map. I'm putting in an A tier. I think that was the best DLC map that we had of the 4, because there was 2 map packs back in the day. There was 4 maps in each map pack. 2 new maps, 2 old maps, 2 new maps, 2 old maps. This was definitely the best of the 4 new maps, 100%. If I had to pick one map to bring back of those 4, at least 100% would be this. It was a 3 lane. It was kind of like a 3 lane map. You had like, the streets, the bridge, the inside the building. Lots of angles to fight over. Lots of plays to fight over for your ARs, for your subs, sniping. It maybe could even been used in competitive, but back then they couldn't use DLC maps in competitive because how it was back then with the whole downloading everything and having to buy and all that stuff. Because it wasn't free maps back then compared to how it is now, where you just get free maps every season with the battle passes. Like when the season starts, I'm saying you don't have to buy the battle pass for it. Next up is Wasteland. Man, Wasteland is a headache of a map. Would I rather play Wasteland or would I rather play Derail? Or yeah, I'm gonna put it in C tier. I mean, that map was just like super. Just you spawn, you look up in the sky, you throw up new tubes and hope for the best. The map was super much a headache. Like you can definitely get control of the trenches for sure. There was like this cemetery graveyard you can get control of. You can definitely spawn them back in that barn area. But honestly, that map was such a headache. I just don't enjoy it. I just hate open maps like that. I like maps that have a good mixture, like a Scrapyard or Terminal Highways, where there's a lot of open space, but there's a lot of buildings to cover, so you can have like different routes you can take, and engagements you can have that are close quarters as well as long range. Where that's mostly was just like long range like stuff, and people are just shooting YouTubes off spawn to get over the hill or whatever. It was just kind of dumb. Next up's Karachi. I'll put Karachi A tier, maybe even B. It was a great search map for competitive. For pubs, it was pretty decent. I don't. I mean, you can definitely set up a spawn trap. Then again, you can set up a spawn trap on any of these maps. But I would probably put Karachi like in like the A or even B tier maybe. Afghan is next. I'm also gonna put it in like the C tier. Same thing like Wasteland. You spawn, you look up, you start shooting noob tubes everywhere. It was really annoying. Definitely wasn't that great of a map. Uh, you can spawn trap them in the cave easily. You can just set up around it and get like a 3 cap going for Dom. This is overgrown from COD 4, so we're gonna skip that. Rust. I'll put Rust in like B or something. I don't know, like in front of Quarry, I guess. I'll put Rust in B tier. I mean, Rust was like the nuke town, the shipment of the game. Small, chaotic. Everyone fought for the tower, obviously. Nothing to say. Not much to say about it. It wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't that good of a map, honestly. It was probably of those type of maps, like the shipment type of maps. It was probably the worst one, honestly. I'd rather play shipment. I'd rather play fucking like Shoot House or Das Haus even, or fucking like Nuketown and shit. Next up's Rundown. This is controversial. I know like a lot of people don't like Rundown. I saw a Scump do a video of this. He said Rundown was like one of the worst maps in the game. I disagree. Again, this is personal preference. This is personal opinion. This is personal memories. And I had the best kill death record in this on this map specifically. That's why it's kind of biased, obviously. I didn't have tactical nuke on because back in the day you actually had to equip it to use it, which was so dumb. I went 128 kills and 8 deaths playing Demolition on this map. because I was using Pred Missile, Harrier, and Chopper Gunner, I believe, or maybe AC-130. I don't remember. I think it was Chopper Gunner though. But I had 128 kills and 8 deaths. We won the game, obviously. I I I I enjoyed that map because again, as a sub player, you can take like a lot of under the tunnel routes, like not tunnels, like a river to get to both sides of the map. And for like your AR players, your noob tube, one man army guys, there was like a lot of places to post up on there too. I enjoyed the map. I know like a lot of people didn't for some reason. I thought it was a pretty good map though. I honestly thought it was a good map. It was 2 lanes. The third lane was like this though, like horizontal and to cross over and stuff, like a bridge in the middle. Actually, it was 3 lanes, I guess, because the bridge in the middle. I forgot about that, but whatever. Again, I thought it was a good map. This is salvage. This is another DLC map. I would put it. Would I put it there? Or I said salvage. I meant to say storm. I'd probably put a B tier. Very close quarter map. It was dark and rainy, and I'm not a fan of like these rainy, dark maps. It was more dark on the inside than it was outside, but it had like a lot of weird off angles on that map for sure. But I enjoyed the map. I might put it. I actually like Storm more than Salvage. I like Storm more than Salvage actually. If I'm gonna put these in order, I mean it's still a B tier, but I'll put it in front of it. Yeah. Next up, Favela. I mean, Favela is definitely like a high B tier, like low A tier. Actually, I'd probably put Favela like up here. Actually, I put Favela like right here. I'll put Favela like right there. I'm actually gonna move Kerr. I'm gonna move Karachi down. I'm gonna move Karachi down. I'll move Karachi down to B, and then I'm actually gonna put Favela there because Favela like was like one of the best pub maps in the game. Again, you're fighting on top of a bunch of buildings, honestly. Like, but it was such a good map though, super fun. There, like, you can spawn trap on either side of the map. There wasn't like really a power position. Like, honestly, I preferred to spawn trap them behind the barber shop and the long building and take over that middle tower more than the opposite. Because people wanted to do the opposite. Some people wanted to spawn trap you in the back street area. I preferred the other way. I thought it was a good map though. It was fun. It was like I said, if you take away all the competitive maps like the Karachis, the top three right there in Invasion, that's probably the best map in the game. Speaking of not best maps in the game, Carnival. I'm gonna have to put this in the C tier. I'd probably play it over Trailer Park though. Yeah, Carnival. Carnival is another DLC map. Just it just wasn't that good. I didn't like playing on it that much. You like fight over like this roller coaster area. I don't know. I just didn't think that map was that good. So not much to say about it. The next up is Sub Base. Sub Base is definitely gonna get B tier. Where I put it, I don't know. Probably like right. Do I like it better than Skid Row? Do I like it better than Skid Row, guys? Guys, gals, non-binaries right there. I'll put it right there. Definitely B tier. Uh, Definitely not A because I would not play it over the ones I have above it. But would I have it above Skid Row or Karachi maybe? I know my friend Jared said that this was his favorite pub map, like not kind of the competitive maps. I personally liked it though. Like again, it was good because like you can control so much. Again, a lot of modern. I keep repeating myself. I'm sorry, but like it's just the truth. That's just how Modern Warfare maps were designed. It was like this one central part of the map where you can watch all angles, and it was a very power position type of thing. But it played well for objective game modes like demo, dom, headquarters. I searched too. Like I enjoyed that map a lot because there was a lot of routes and flanks you can take as a sub player. But then you could also like lock down like that warehouse building, like and spawn back in the backwater because there's two sides. Like there's two like dock side and there's like a like more water whatever like pier side. I don't know what I'm trying to call it, like a pier or something. But, like you can like lock them down back there. And again, it was a good map. I thought it was a pretty good map. This is Strike. This is from COD 4, and then last up is Underpass, which I'm gonna put it in C tier. I'd rather play it over. I'd rather play it over that. Probably definitely play these over that. Yeah, I'd probably put like C tier. I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of Underpass. I don't mind playing on the map. I didn't mind playing on any of these maps. Like that's the thing about Modern Warfare 2. Like there's a lot of maps in this game that are like that. Like I mean, even like the C tier ones. Like even like with the exclusion of the DLC ones like Carnival, Trailer Park, and Fuel, like Wasteland Up, I didn't mind playing on any of the maps. I didn't mind it. There was never a time where I like rolled my eyes, like, oh my god, we're fucking playing this map. Jesus, back me out of this shit. You know, sometimes I was like that with Wasteland, but like, I didn't mind. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind Underpass. I'd probably move up to B maybe, but like, I'm just leave on C because I want to kind of like even it out. I mean, it looks kind of uneven. But there's more maps like in S and A than there is in C, right? 1, 2, 3, 7. All right, so I have 7 maps in S and A and 7 maps in C and D, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 8 and B. So it's pretty even, I would say. This is pretty even tier list, I'd say. I kind of even it out, but that's the thing about Modern Warfare 2. It's Modern Warfare 2 is so polarizing. It's arguably one of the best CODs ever because I had the most fun ever, but it was also one of the most annoying CODs ever because of all the glitches and the dumb shit that were in the game, like Commando. You know, like the knife, like you're fucking flying across knifing people. You're like the infinite care package glitch, the javelin glitch, the one man army danger close noob tube shit, all these like stupid spots you get on top of the map and they can't see you can see them. Like I said with the fuel with the rock thing, like it's just there was so much of that. It was so hectic and annoying. But Modern Warfare 2 always holds a near and dear place in my heart. I hope that they bring back some of these maps for Modern Warfare 2 in a few months, but we'll see what happens. Anyhow, that's my tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment below what you think of this list or what would you move around. I like to get some discussions going as always. And like the video, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.